Choose your news on the Candy, Mike, and Todd Show.
We're on Facebook Live right now. Candy, Mike, and Todd. Hi, I'm waving to you. We just gave you a taste of our stories for Choose Your News. You've been texting your votes, Candy, Mike, Todd, at 98973 from the 253. Todd, I have to make a speech next Thursday. Let's hear your advice. I cannot wait. Todd allegedly is going to help us fix any sort of public speaking issue you have. From the 206, Mike, no question about it. My mom has schizophrenia. Her mind is 1,000% in La La Land. My dad is still married to her, so I cannot wait to hear your story today. And from the 425, Candy, absolutely. I have to hear about this story of work-life balance because I'm interested in a coworker. Help! All capitalized and 2 exclamation points. Well, we'll see what we can do about that. Choose Your News scoreboard says Todd is at 42. Mike's at 55. I am at 44, and we do have a winner today.
You ain't first, you're last.
Congratulations, Todd. Apparently, we have a lot of public speakers in the afternoon show audience who think that your trick will help them.
All right, thank you, Candy. So this weekend, I had a conversation with some friends of mine, and I are going to put together a master class on speaking, because both of us, or all of us, have raised a lot of money doing public speaking. And it was pretty funny to get 10 people who've all used the same trick. So the fact is, when you go give a speech, there's a lot of people in the audience saying, oh, thank the Lord Almighty, that's not me. And they feel for you. So one thing is to understand the psychology of the room. People actually want you to succeed, and they themselves feel nervous, which is the first wall between you that you break down. There's the speaker and there's the audience. First step is to say out loud, man, am I nervous? Now, that can be a risky strategy because you're supposed to be professional, and you're going to be. You're going to know your stuff. But by saying that, what we found is saying, man, am I nervous? I'm really freaked out. Even if you're a pro at speaking, if it's a big event, we've all done this. All of us in this masterclass have said, wow, this is a really big room, or wow, I'm speaking in front of a bunch of CMOs. I've never done this before. I'm feeling nervous. You say that, you're now joined in an emotion with the room, right? Because they can relate to, oh, thank gosh, that's not me. That's an easy trick to draw them to your side. The second is something that we've used in variation. So some people have said their wife, some people have said their kids, but saying, you know, I was telling someone this morning, my kid, my daughter, my son about the speech, and I really ran this first thing by them. Now, the second thing you're doing here is you're moving yourselves now into a group. It's not just business people. Now you're talking family people. Lots of people have kids. Many people, everybody can relate to being a kid, being part of a family. What you're wanting to do is to continue to move the walls down. Now you bring in some content, you do some of your slides if you're using slides, etc. And the next step in this is really risky unless you rehearse it. This is an ultimate wall breaker. People get fatigued when there's a lot of PowerPoints in front of them, and we would rehearse this. All of us have used this trick. It's to stop the room for a second, look up at the screen and say, you know what? You mind if we move away from the screen for a second? You mind if I stop the slides? You step away from the slides, you step forward the audience who wants you to succeed. You've admitted they're nervous, you're nervous. You've talked about your kids. Now you make some points in an intimate way. These things should be well rehearsed, 3 to 5 points tops. You're giving these things to the people outside of the screen, giving the illusion that you've stepped out of the role of presenter and into the role of someone sharing information with a group of friends to whom you've admitted your nerves. As the presentation wraps up, the ultimate in really how to bring a room together is to say to people, man, you really put up with me today. I really appreciate this. And it looks like we did a pretty good job. You're switching over into the we vernacular. Looks like we did a pretty good job together. By doing that now, you cement this feeling that your team. So there's 3, 4 tricks. Number 1, I'm feeling nervous. Number 2, I told someone who I love about this presentation, and they told me this. Number 3, let me step away from the screen for a second. Do you mind if we stop the PowerPoint? Can I just chat with you as a human being? Number 4, it looks like we did a pretty good job together. I hope you tried these tricks. Let me know if they work. Text us the show or go to the page. You use the trick, Katie. You do a lot of public speaking.
I try to not do PowerPoint because people zone out. Yep. And what I like to do is tell my husband, put something interesting on this slide. Mm-hmm. So then I have to improv when a slide goes up. Yep. And then I do have a friend who does a lot of public speaking, and his favorite thing is to drop a couple personal nuggets about himself. Like, for example, when he was 13 at his bar mitzvah, his parents got him a washer machine because his favorite thing in the world to do was laundry. So he drops that nugget at the beginning. At the end, he said, do you remember what my gift was for my bar mitzvah when I was 13? And somebody goes, washing machine. He goes, yep. And then he throws out money.
Love it.
Like, there's like a little stuff like that you can do.
Yep. Lots of good tricks. All right, coming back on the Candy, Mike, and Todd show. What does it take? Why did it take 2 years to figure out how to give kids more than 13 minutes of lunch? And in fact, it's still not figured out in the government school system. We'll talk about that. Get a traffic report here from Tracy Taylor.
Right lanes blocked, westbound Stairwell 524 approaching 55th Avenue Southeast. We had an earlier issue north on 5 and near Port of Tacoma Road that's been cleared off to the side. You would definitely have a slower drive on north on 9.